All right, so the person who wrote me before who said, they said to not share, they said don't share please, and then I got permission from them in the last video because they wrote me again saying yes, you can share. But they said don't share please, and they said actually the clusterfuck being referred to is Chris's investigation, and the screenshot is of someone saying yeah, it's a clusterfuck. Onision makes a good case. A lot of times I listen to him. And that's apparently someone inside the Chris Hansen investigation where somebody's listening to me, which is good because, I mean, I don't know how you can make almost 30 videos, 10 minutes long or so each, off the top of your head telling everyone what happened. It's not like it would even be possible to like teleprompter this or whatever. But she also told me to search Johnny Depp on Twitter today, and it came out that this woman admitted to abusing Johnny Depp in a voice recording, where she's like, yeah, so what she's saying that she starts physical fights, and he said he has to get out of there when she starts physical fights. And the kind of parallel to Sarah on this is, first of all, I kept saying in previous videos that I was so scared of her that I had to sleep in the garage and lock the door because I felt like she was going to end my life, literally kill me. It wasn't like I think she'll beat me up. It was like I literally thought she would slit my throat while I slept. Because there's a certain type of intensity with people where you just feel like they not only don't care at all about you, but actually want you dead. Like they would be satisfied by you being dead. And if you go to Sarah's Twitter, I don't know if it's still up, I haven't looked at Sarah's Twitter in forever, but the last time I saw something come up, she was threatening physical violence on me. And that she was saying, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna, she was implying physical violence. In addition to that, her laughing at the idea of my house burning to the ground and stuff like that, it really shows how physically dangerous Sarah can be and how much I was actually terrified just to be around her, which is why I avoided her. Like after 2 days of things going okay, she got a little weird in the Aladdin movie and like was shaming me for not wanting to kiss her and shaming me for not wanting to be physical in that movie. So that was something that kind of like made me feel like really uncomfortable with her and how weird the relationship was, and that's why I like was partially stepping away and also realizing that she maybe never really cared about Kai. I don't know how she feels. She's all over the place, but in that moment she actually confessed to me that all she really wanted was a boyfriend, and that when she tried to break up my marriage with Kai, saying that Kai smoked pot when Kai didn't smoke pot, but was trying to say that Kai did it illegally or something like that. That was kind of really telling of how much she cared about Kai, trying to destroy our marriage with a lie. So there's just a lot of things there, and something that this person who said that they were talking to the Hansen team and saying that the Hansen team said, oh, Onision makes good points a lot of times. Something they said was that there's a video out there of a guy pointing out how when Sarah made this video saying that Kai's a wonderful person and Kai would never do anything inappropriate with her, yada yada yada. When Sarah was saying all these things and very very clearly, very very calmly, and then later on, once it was pointed out that this video exists, when she directly contradicted what she had previously said, she released a bloopers video. I don't know why anyone would call it a bloopers video, but apparently in that video she pretended to cry and had dry face and was in a different room with a different camera, and the hat was poorly adjusted, and someone said her hair looked dirtier and greasier. And so it wouldn't make sense, because if you have bloopers, it would be in the same room with the same hat adjustment, with the same hair. Maybe the hat would be slightly adjusted, but the camera wouldn't be different, and your hair wouldn't be greasier or whatever, and the background wouldn't, there's too many things that were weird, and people just willfully ignored this because they want to believe anyone who accuses certain people of anything, especially if they have hated me before. Because you don't ask yourself what people's motives are. You didn't ask yourself, did people hate me before this stuff came out? And the answer was yes, people really hated me before she went around trashing my name. So when people already hate you and you just gave them an excuse to hate someone more, they're of course going to go with it because it validates their hatred of that person. Anyway, and the hat and all that, I believe he's a TCAP guy, but he outright calls her a liar and how she's damaging real victims of crimes. Right, so that is the problem. Me personally, and I hope this doesn't offend too many people, but it might, when I see people going on public campaigns now, I immediately pretty much don't believe them. I don't, because I've gone through something like this myself with Johnny Depp, and that woman who tried to publicly humiliate him, remember that? She went to the media, she didn't necessarily try to handle it the appropriate way, but instead was trying to destroy his image, destroy his life. Evil people try to ruin your relationships with other human beings. They try to ruin your image. They try to make everything absolutely awful about you. And if you guys noticed, I was really quiet about this in the beginning. I didn't say anything. And then it got to the point where I was forced to come forward because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. I didn't want to hurt the way people were perceived and stuff. But when someone's so malicious and starts threatening to hurt you physically, when people start threatening to, or laughing at burning down your house and stuff like that, when all this stuff just keeps piling up, at some point you have to defend yourself, and somehow you have to speak up for yourself. As far as actual victims go, I suggest you guys go get a lawyer or go to the police or go to something like that to get your issues resolved when somebody is violating you or something like that happens. Sarah told me that someone violated her, so she needs to go to the police about that person that I've never met, who she described as a black man. You need to go after that person, Sarah, because that person is the person that you came to me and said had violated you. You shouldn't be going around just attacking people that hurt your feelings. And people that said they didn't want to be with you because they were afraid that you would physically hurt them, because they didn't want to be associated with their illegal activity, because they felt that you were very, very creepy and made them uncomfortable, and didn't really care about anything that you said you cared about, and instead only cared about trying to get someone's husband to be your boyfriend and run away with you. Like, it's just, I feel like this is enough said.